All right. We are live with another one, guys. Okay. Live with another one. The mic is hot. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. Topic of discussion today, guys. Okay, topic of discussion today, I must say, would have to be, okay, Dean. How you doing, Dean? You are here early. I wonder what time it is where you live at right now. You know what I mean? Because it is a early one right now. So, topic of discussion today, today is, guys. This is post press conference reaction, guys. Okay. I thought there was a, I thought there was a little said, to be honest with you, when it comes to this press conference. Uh, I thought, but I thought overall it was a good press conference. I thought overall it was a good press conference. I want to start with the obvious guys. Okay, the only two guys that really you could understand up there, and that was Khalil Roundtree, okay, and Jerry Prohaska, guys. Okay, let's start off with that, guys. Okay, let's start off with these two guys. I mean, Khalil Roundtree, he was asked the right questions. You know what I mean? He kept it really short and sweet. We'll get more into detail about what he said, but first, let's also talk about Jerry Prohaska. You know what I mean? He did a good job of answering the questions as well. Okay, he was up there. I am going to go through Jerry, and I, I plan, I plan, I go to Jerry, and I go to title, but I I first focus on Khalil this Saturday. Sorry. I'll try to do my best Jerry Prohaska impression there, guys. But the guy, he's I don't know what the hell. He's like a fucking robot. You know what I mean? He's like from the fucking future, guys. Okay, like I'm telling you, Jason 9. How you doing, Jason 9? Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. Blessings to you guys. But guys, I'm just talking facts, okay? Jerry Prohaska is from the fucking future, guys, okay? The guy is just, I go to Khalil Roundtree this Saturday. Oh, guys, it's craziness. But he made it funny. He made the press conference really funny. He made it funny and entertaining. Okay, because every time he grabbed the mic, I just knew for a fact. Okay, something is going to come out of his mouth, and it's going to be memorable, guys. Okay, and it sure was. All right. But going back to Khalil Roundtree, I mean he obliges. He says that he's ready for Saturday night. Okay, and he's ready for anything. Okay, he's ready for anything. If Jerry Prohaska wants to go in there and make this a war, he said he's prepared for that as well. So, man, this is going to be an exciting fight. Okay, when it comes to Jerry Prohaska and Khalil Roundtree, I'm very much excited about this fight this Saturday, guys. All right, but let's also talk about a little bit about the co-main event. Okay, the co-main event of the evening, and that is Marab versus Corey Sandhagen, guys. Okay, I mean Corey Sandhagen doing his best job to get into Marab's head, talking about, I thought you was gonna strike. You know what I mean? You shot 60 times in your last fight, or the fight before that one. We all know you're gonna go in there and wrestle. You're a liar. You're not gonna come in here and strike with me. I'm one of the best strikers. He's doing his best, okay? He's doing his best, but guys, it's obvious, okay? It's obvious. Marab's path to victory is by using his wrestling and being relentless like he always is, okay? And when it comes to Corey Sandhagen, I mean, it's a telltale, guys. In my opinion, it's a telltale. I mean, the guy is praying right now to the MMA gods that Marab just goes in there and just, you know, strikes with him. When we all know, guys, that's not gonna happen. Okay. Jason 9 says Marab was not even taking him seriously. My point exactly, Jason 9. You know what I mean? Corey Sandhagen was in there and just he was praying, guys. He was praying for the MMA gods, to get into Marab's head. You know, please let this guy just strike with me. Please. That's basically what Corey Sandhagen was saying the whole press conference. I'm dead serious. It's a telltale. He is worried about Marab's takedown, okay? He is definitely worried about Marab's takedown. He probably just recently saw another video, and now he's like, he is on his tippy toes, guys. Okay, he is on his tippy toes. All right. But when it comes to Marab, I mean, I think Marab is calm. You know what I mean? I think everybody, is saying that Corey Sandhagen is going to obliterate him with a flying knee. Guys, that is the false narrative that the UFC is trying to sell you, okay? The last time that happened, that was against a dead body of Frankie Edgar, guys. I had mentioned that before, and I mentioned it again, okay? Okay, Corey Sandhagen's last knockout was against a dead body of Frankie Edgar, okay? Facts. Let me read. Mark Ford says, you got a big gray hair sticking out of your chin. I see it, man. Yeah, I see it, man. It's chilling. It's chilling. Thank you for looking at my face that hard to the point where you could actually point that out. Armin versus Hooker, who you pick? Guys, that's an easy one for me, guys. Okay. First and foremost, Armin Sarukian, okay, should be fighting Ilia Topuria, okay, for that title. Okay, but unfortunately, Ilia Topuria is running for the fucking hills right now. Okay, and the UFC is letting him. Okay, sponsoring the running. Okay, guarantee it. Okay, but when it comes to Armin Sarukian and Dan Hooker, look, the path to victory is always by being relentless and by using his wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. Armin Sarukian can strike with Dan Hooker as well, but it's obvious, guys, there's a hole in Dan Hooker's game, and that is his wrestling. Okay, so Armin Sarukian all day, guys. Mark Ford says, please pull it out, my man. Mark Ford, I will not be pulling out anything, okay? The only thing I'm going to pull out, the next time you ask me that, is my penis on your mom's chinny chin chin, okay? Bro, that single long gray is terrible. Please pull it out. Marab was talking more about their balls than the fight. I did hear Marab did mention that. Okay, Marab did mention, the fact that Corey Sandhagen was out there on OnlyFans just letting it all out, guys. Okay, showing himself in his birthday suit, similar to Conor McGregor. Okay, all right, and that's a sad story, guys. Unfortunately, that is a sad story. That's where for a fact these fighters are broke and desperate. Now, let me stop. But yeah, man. I mean, this pretty little Marab could have said to Corey Sandhagen. I mean, it's obvious what the path of victory is for Marab. Corey Sandhagen is out there praying for the MMA gods. Jerry Prohaska is out there. I go through Khalil this Saturday, and then we got Khalil Roundtree out there saying, "Hey guys, if this is gonna be a war, I oblige." So, guys, this is gonna be a great, fantastic Saturday night, man. Okay, UFC 320 is going to be very much exciting, guys. Guys, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Okay, do me the favor, support the community. All right, like I always say, this is your channel. Okay, I am just a pilot. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Let me read some of these comments. Bilal versus Ian Gary. Who you pick? Guys, look, I like Ian Gary. I really do like Ian Gary. I think he has a lot of abilities, but he also has a lot of abilities in almost getting finished, because he almost got finished in a dominating fashion in his last fight against Carlos Prates. Okay? All right? Yeah, he was dominating him the whole fight. But guys, okay, Carlos Prates actually found success towards the end of that fight. All right? So in my opinion, I'm gonna pick that Bilal Muhammad goes in there and he utilizes his wrestling, much more wrestling heavy type of game plan. Okay, in this fight, also push Ian Gary against the fence. Okay, utilize that Greco-Roman. All right, and utilize that dirty boxing as well. All right, even if you don't get the takedown, all right, still you're making Ian Gary work. All right, Ian Gary's plan to victory is to keep his distance and utilize his distance to his striking with Belal Muhammad. But I think Belal Muhammad, his striking ability has improved as well. All right, so but I'm gonna pick Belal Muhammad, guys. Mark Ford says, "Come on." Last, okay, white hair stays or we leave. Peace, my guy. Peace. Mark Ford says, I really have bad OCD. You get a thumbs down and I'll change it when white hair is gone. Thank you, Laps. I appreciate it. Okay. Go fuck yourself. But guys, I also do want to talk about Alex Pereira and Ankalaev. You know, two guys that I haven't even mentioned them. Okay, look at how look at how exciting it has been, and I haven't even mentioned the main event of the evening, guys. Okay, Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. You know, Alex Pereira is in there. I mean, nobody really asked him any questions about is he worried about the takedown? You know, nobody really asked, hey, Alex, are you worried about the takedown? Are you worried about the wrestling? Have you prepared for the wrestling of Ankalaev? Nobody really asked those questions there. You know, they were really asking dumbass questions like, hey, what do you think about Ankalaev's feelings and his personality? These fucking journalists need to do their job and ask the right fucking question, okay? Because it's getting out of hand, guys. It's getting out of hand. I'm just being honest with you. It's getting out of hand. All right. But overall, when it comes to Alex Pereira, in this press conference, it just showed that he's not really worried about anything. You know what I mean? He's really not worried about anything. According to Jerry Prohaska, he looks a lot better. You know what I mean, from his last fight. You know what I mean? That's what he said. All right. But Ankalaev believes that not even Chama, all right, not even Voodoo can help Alex Pereira, to get this victory this Saturday at UFC 320. Okay, that is the reality of what's going on right now. All right, and guys, I'm excited for this card. I really am. I'm excited for this card. Let me look at this card once. Oh my god, I'm way over here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to really search through this book here. Okay, wow, unbelievable, unbelievable, guys. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Yeah, let me look at this. Let me look at this card, guys. I wanna rate this card. One being trash, 10 being best. Okay. I'm looking at this card, guys. I mean, we got Patchy Mix in the early prelims. I mean, this is this is this is good. I believe Atiba Guitar does have. I think he has a replacement, and he will be making this card, but I'm not sure. I actually think he might be out of this card overall. I don't think anybody wanted to step in on short notice against a KO artist like Atiba, to be honest. But man, it would have been nice to have him. We got Josh Emmett, guys. We got Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Salal. I mean, guys, this is a really, really fucking banging ass fight right here, man. This is a banger right here. I mean, Josh Emmett, he says he has more power now. At 40 years old, Josh Emmett claims that if you think he had power then, he has more power now. He says when his left hand and right hand connect, it is over for Yusuf Salal. All right, but easier said than done, okay, Josh Emmett, because you are 40 years old and sometimes you just wake up in the morning and your fucking back just fucking gives out. And you're your fucking age, okay? And that's the reality, all right? And of course, we got Jerry Prohaska versus Khalil Roundtree. That's going to be a banger. All right, like I said, Jerry Prohaska is in there just, you know, not talking a lot, but, basically stating that he's going to go through Khalil Roundtree. And like I said, Khalil Roundtree, he's excited. You know what I mean? I don't think Khalil Roundtree is afraid of anything that Jerry Prohaska actually brings to the table. I mean, even Jerry Prohaska agrees with me that Khalil Roundtree has very, very good defense. Okay. Um, But we're gonna see. We're gonna see about this fight. I hope Khalil Rountree really goes in there and protects himself, and really sees his openings with Jerry Prohaska. Because I mean, I watched video. I even watched the last fight once again last night. I wanted to see Jerry Prohaska. I wanted to see if there was still that opening that I believe Khalil Rountree has an opportunity in this fight to win. And guys, I mean, go watch that last Jerry Prohaska fight against uh, Jamal Hill. There's going to be openings. There's going to be openings. And when it comes to Marab and Corey Sandhagen, I mean, the path to victory, like I said, guys, is Marab has to go in there, be relentless, and go for the takedown. Okay, and put Corey Sandhagen on that fence. You know what I mean? If you put Corey Sandhagen on that fence, you neutralize all his attacks. There's pretty much nothing that Corey Sandhagen can do. Once you have him, strapped up against the fence. I mean, the, pretty much the only thing that Corey Sandhagen can do to be dangerous, on the fence is land some close elbows, you know what I mean, and maybe some close knees. But I don't think it'll be anything that Marab hasn't really dealt with already. So, Corey Sandhagen, he better go with Alex Pereira and do some Chama voodoo and pray to the MMA gods, because I don't see anything, any way, any path for victory for Corey Sandhagen, and that is fucking facts. And when it comes to Ankalaev and Alex Pereira, guys, I picked Ankalaev to win this fight based on the last fight based on the last performance that I saw Ankalaev and Alex Pereira, you know what I mean, in that fight. I mean, guys, Ankalaev he outstruck, excuse me, Alex Pereira. And Ankalaev wasn't even able to take down Alex Pereira, and still Ankalaev won that fight without even using his wrestling or taking down Alex Pereira. So I did pick Ankalaev to win this, but it's going to be a tough fight. Alex Pereira is definitely going to be prepared. He looks prepared. I mean, all of them look like they're dieting. I guess I mean, if you look at their faces, you know what I mean. Their face looks sunk in. You can see their freaking bones on their cheeks. So obviously these guys are losing a significant amount of weight. But when it comes to Ankalaev, man, he was the only guy. I mean, if you look at, I mean, Ankalaev looked really, really good. He looked healthy. You know what I mean. He didn't look like he was dieting a significant amount. It looked like he was just it was an ordinary day for Ankalaev, to be honest with you. But yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited about this card. I think overall, okay, overall, if I had to give it a grade right now, I mean, I'll give this a solid 8. This is a solid 8 card. I mean, guys, like, you got five, 6 terrific fights on this card, like, for real. And and that's not even including the what ifs. What if this one delivers and that one delivers? Because I've seen cards that were trash on paper, man, but they deliver. So how about if the other fights deliver? We're talking about a card that can be very, very exciting. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about this. I am excited about this. Mr. C says he is Dominican. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am Dominican. With Puerto Rican power. Yes, yes, I am Dominican. Okay. And I do have Puerto Rican power. Yes, I have Puerto Rican in me as well. Okay. And I am also an American. Okay. I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Dominican, and I'm an American. Okay. All the kins. All right. The only kin I'm not is Mexican. Okay. But that's okay. I have a lot of Mexican friends. Okay. How do you rate the presser? I mean, it was a tough one, guys. Especially with this presser. You got a bunch of guys that they don't really talk English, so it's a tough sell. You know what I mean? But overall, I thought the guys did what they can. I mean, I thought Khalil Rountree did what he can to answer the questions appropriately and not sound like a jackass, right? And I thought Jerry Prohaska always comes out like his normal self, like a fucking robot. I go in there and I beat Khalil. I go to Khalil in this Saturday, and I focus. I focus. So I mean, Jiri Prochazka doing his best, impression of a fucking robot. And I mean, Marab, basically bringing up the OnlyFans. I thought that was a little nice touch. I thought that was a little bit of salt and pepper and sazon. You know what I mean? Right on top of there with the OnlyFans and the balls and shit. So I mean, overall, 1 being trash, 10 being best. I give it for this presser. I give it like I give it like a 5. I give it a 5. I give it a solid 5. I was gonna say 6, but there's little that happened, guys. You know what I mean? There's little that happened, so I give it a solid 5. I give it a solid 5. Okay. Jason 9 says if Pereira wins, you think he is probably moving to heavyweight? Uh, uh, yeah, I could see that happening, guys. I can see that happening. I can see Alex Pereira actually moving up to heavyweight and having a champion versus champion against Tom Aspinall. I could see the UFC trying to sell that. To be honest with you, I really could see that. Jason 9 says Murad was the best part. This press is way better than they usually do now. I hear you, Jason 9. I hear you. I just thought I've seen a lot of press conferences in my time. Okay, I've seen a lot of press conferences in my time. So if I had to grade it, 1 being trash, 10 being best, I mean, guys, I gotta say it's a 5. Okay, a solid 5. I mean, nobody really threw anything. You know what I mean? Nobody really cursed each other out. You know what I mean? Nobody got out of hand. Okay, I mean, the journalists weren't really asking the right questions. Okay, I mean, I could come up with better questions, okay, and like offhand. I don't even have it. I don't even have to prepare myself to ask the questions, and I could do a better job than a lot of those guys. Okay, so I give it a solid 5, guys. A solid 5. A lot of press conferences now are like 2s and 3s. I agree. I agree. They're like 2s and 3s. You know what I mean? Very little happens. Very little happens, but I give it a 5. I give it a 5. You know, like I said, I like the Jerry Prohaska, robot impression. Uh, and I like the Khalil Roundtree, his rebuttal, and I like the Chama, and I like Uncle Live's comebacks. It was a good one. It was a good one. It was a good one. No one talked about anyone's wife. Nobody wants to make it personal. Shit sucks for real. Jason 9. I mean, sometimes it's healthy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's healthy not to make things personal. Okay, but I don't think this is one of those. I don't think this is one of those cards. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get a a platinum Mike Perry and Conor McGregor. That press conference, okay, went really personal. If you guys did you guys watch that press conference? That press conference was something else. Okay, Platinum Mike Perry, he's talking about bring me to the White House. Okay, if you want somebody to win at the White House against Conor McGregor, an American, okay, you bring me. And guys, I'm actually liking that one. Okay, bring on Platinum Mike Perry to the UFC White House. Okay, he is a good representative of America. I hate to say that, guys. Okay, I hate to say that, but he is a representative of Southern Florida. Okay, so bring on Platinum Mike Perry. All right, into the White House against Conor McGregor. I would love to see Conor McGregor get slapped. Okay, and actually make it a bare knuckle affair. Why not? Fuck it, do it. I want to see Conor McGregor lose and get his nose broken and shattered to the left side of his face. That's what I really want to see. Okay, after all the freaking issues I've had with D. Devlin, all right, somebody needs to set that man straight. Okay, let me read some of these comments. Free Diddy Perry will get slept by Stevens. Guys, you're sleeping at the wheel. You're sleeping at the wheel, guys. Okay. I like Stevens. I think he has a lot of abilities, especially in that bare knuckle affair. I mean, he's been successful. Okay, but when it comes to Perry, man, he's an animal. So I give it a Perry, guys. Okay, I give it a Perry. And Jason 9 says that's my only problem with Aspinall. Bro was way too fucking soft with Jones. Bro was way too fucking soft with Jones. What do you? I mean, what do you mean, Jason 9? What do you mean? You wanted Tom Aspinall to attack John Jones? I mean, what would he say to John Jones? I mean, what would he say that we already don't know about John Jones? It's hard to attack John Jones because John Jones attacks himself. Okay, John Jones admits to himself and to he literally is at a press conference and he admits it to everybody that he went on a coke bender. Okay, prior to him fighting, Gustafsson. You know what I mean? That guy's like, yeah, I crashed into pregnant ladies on a Saturday night on a fucking regular. And yeah, I'm high as shit. Okay, and yeah, I ran back to the car and smacked her in the face just to make sure that she wakes up and she's okay. And then I ran back home. That's on a regular basis over here in Mexico. Okay. So it's really hard. I mean, how are you gonna attack that guy? You know what I mean? The guy is basically, the guy is basically attacking himself 24/7, guys. Okay? All right? That is pure facts. He is Jim Carrey in Liar Liar in that scene when the guy walks in and he basically says, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then Jim Carrey turns around in Liar Liar and he says, "I'm kicking my own ass. Do you mind?" That's basically John Jones, okay? Got that image? That's John Jones. Pure facts, okay, guys? Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, please support the community or support the community. Like I always say, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. You already know what this is. Run up these likes, run up these subscriptions, guys. Nuevo says Stevens hits hard and fast and Perry moves too slow. Bad style matchup. Look, I agree with everything you're saying, Nuevo. I really do. I agree with what you're saying. I do believe that Stevenson does have the quicker hands, but I do believe that, look, Platinum Mike Perry has shown that he has the power, man. And all he needs is one punch to really change the whole fight. And I do believe that Mike Perry will land that one punch to change the whole fight. Okay? And that is just my opinion, okay? Pure facts. Nero says, I'm from New Mexico. Jones, a great role model for our youth. Hey, Nuevo, I get it, man. I get it. That's good. He's a good role model. Blessings to being a role model. Okay, and crashing into females who are pregnant. Okay, on a Saturday night. Blessings to being a role model. Jason 9 is laughing his ass off. Okay, and hopefully, hopefully, it's something about what I said. Okay, because I'm telling you right now, guys. I mean, it's just facts. I talk facts, guys. Mr. C says, great movie. 90 Jim Carrey was the GOAT of that era. Mr. C's, I mean, look, when it comes to Jim Carrey in the 90s, Jim Carrey was fucking Barry Bonds hitting fucking homers, okay? In every movie that he basically was featured on, okay? And that is factual. All right, Jim Carrey was the fucking man, all right? And unfortunately, that was his best era, was in the 90s. Nuevo says Ass Whippinall would have never beat Jones. Dominic Reyes wasn't even close. Look, I hear you, man. I hear you. I thought Dominic Reyes was the closest one actually to defeating him and Gustafsson as well. Two great fights, with John Jones. Now, when it comes to John Jones and Aspinall, I really do believe Aspinall was he's not going to be able to beat John Jones, guys. He's just not. And I actually do think now, guys, the UFC might just be interested in bringing back John Jones to this White House card to fight Tom Aspinall, guys. I am convinced now more than ever, especially after watching Conor McGregor in his recent interviews and at his recent press conference, guys. I don't think Conor McGregor is in any shape to fucking fight. I'm just talking facts, guys. He's still doing drugs. It's obvious the guy is still doing drugs. He's on something. He's on multiple drugs, guys. Okay, and I think the UFC, Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, and Dana White are all looking at Conor McGregor and they're questioning right now, like, man, I don't think this is gonna look good for us if we bring him to the White House. And I think they have their hands tied, okay, more than ever right now. Okay, and I think they might just bring John Jones to fight Tom Aspinall for that White House card, guys. Mark my words, guys. You heard it here, guys. Let me see. Reyes just got slept by nobody. Look. I don't want to say he's nobody. Oberg is definitely on a on a winning streak, and I don't want to say he's nobody. You know what I mean? He's a fantastic fighter, showing some great abilities. Okay, so I wouldn't say he's nobody or he's a dead body. Definitely not. And when it comes to Reyes, I mean, look, guys, Reyes is definitely past his prime. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not the same Reyes that fought John Jones, and that is facts. I did say that post fight, you know what I mean, of after Reyes got knocked out that night. I did say, I knew that was going to happen. I did pick Oberg to win that by KO. I did say that. So when it comes to Reyes, I mean, it's just that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Nuevo says at Jones at the White House and Diddy at as the commentator. I don't think Diddy's gonna make it, guys. Diddy is definitely still in jail, still in prison, and I don't think he's gonna get out anytime soon, guys. I think he's gonna serve at least 2 to 3, in my opinion. Okay, the way things are looking when it comes to Diddy, guys. Okay, we are past the 30-minute mark, so we could talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. It doesn't have to be mixed martial arts related. Okay, rapid fire, guys. Rapid fire. Uh, a race I show speed. Race I show speed. Race I show speed. Who's I show speed? Who is that? Who is I show speed? I just joined. Who are you main event picks? My main event picks, guys. All right, I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna start at Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal. Okay, I did pick Yusuf Zalal to beat Josh Emmett. Okay, and the reason being is because Josh Emmett is 40 years old, and sometimes you wake up and you're your age. Okay, that's the fucking fact. And when it comes to Jiri Prohaska and Khalil Rountree, I did pick Khalil Rountree to beat Jiri Prohaska. The reason being is because I do think that head movement that I did see Jamal Hill in that Jamal Hill fight with Jiri Prohaska, although it has improved, I do think Jiri Prohaska will leave some openings for Khalil Rountree, and I did pick Khalil Rountree to win that fight by KO head kick. When it comes to Merab and Corey Sandhagen, guys, I mean, come on, like path to victory, obviously Merab. I don't see Corey Sandhagen winning this fight any way possible. He's praying to the MMA gods as we speak. He's getting together with Alex Pereira and he's doing a Chama voodoo, okay, just so he can get some type of victory, against Merab. Guys, there's no path for victory for Corey Sandhagen. The last knockout that he ever did was a flying knee against a dead body of Frankie Edgar. Okay, hate to say that because I love Frankie Edgar, but Corey Sandhagen won't be winning this fight. And when it comes to Ankalaev and Alex Pereira, guys, I mean, it's obvious. Okay, no, I'm just playing around, guys. This is not going to be obvious, but I did pick Ankalaev to win this fight. I think Ankalaev, based on his last performance, he will win this fight, and he'll win it similarly. And that is my prediction, guys. LOL, never 20 or more viewers. Brady Wayne, I mean, sometimes, I mean, I'll get like 100 viewers at a time. I mean, it just depends who's up, I mean, it depends who wants to, banter, and it changes, you know what I mean? It fluctuates, you know what I mean? It goes up and down, up and down, you know? You saw the guy who killed Charlie Kirk. That motherfucker is really cooked. He is not even making it to jail. Guys, I mean, I don't know about with the whole Charlie Kirk situation. I really think he was a patsy, in my opinion. Okay. I just think everything doesn't align when it comes to me. All right. When it comes to me, everything doesn't align. If you guys know, I'm a gun freak. I'm a gun freak. I'm a gun owner. Okay. I think every person in America, if you own your own home, I think you have the right to defend yourself. Okay. It is part of the Constitution. Okay. First and foremost. So I know a lot about guns, okay? I know a lot about guns, and the story that they made up, it fucking seems so fucking made up and fabricated. You know what I mean? I just can't believe it. You know what I mean? I really cannot believe that this guy, actually took the shot. I mean, I think somebody else took the shot. I think he was just a patsy. And but that is just my opinion on that whole situation. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into detail with that because I'll tell you what, YouTube is doing a good job of basically shutting your shit down if you say the wrong things. You know what I mean? But fuck them. Okay. Let me see. Decker, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, man. I hope Pierre sleeps Uncle Live, but I think Uncle Live wins. That's basically where I'm at, Decker. You know what I mean? That's basically where I'm at. My heart is telling me that I want Alex Pereira to win because I'm a Alex Pereira fan. I really am. I'm an Alex Pereira fan. But yeah, if I'm gonna make the right decision and the right pick, especially if people are gonna be betting their money, because I have some people, that do watch my material and they contact me via Twitter and they tell me, hey, I lost, because of you. And then sometimes they text me, hey, I won because of you. So like, if I'm gonna make the right decision, I did pick Uncle Live to win this fight. So the reason being is because if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna go with Uncle Live. You know what I mean? Let me see. Nice, man. Your picks are good. I think the same, except I think Emmett might win, but I'm not sure though. I mean, look, Skew or Skull Crusher. Look, I like Josh Emmett. I really do. I like John. I like Josh Emmett. I think he's a fantastic mixed martial arts fighter. He's fought against the who's who. I mean, his last two losses were against the who's who. You know what I mean? It was against Lerone Murphy, and you saw his last performance. I mean, Lerone Murphy is on a fantastic tear, hasn't lost in years. His last loss was Ilya Taporia, the champion in that division. So I like Josh. I really do. But I'm telling you, man, sometimes you wake up and you're your age and you pull out your fucking back and you pull out a fucking hammy, and then all of a sudden you're walking around like Stipe Miocic. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give it to the younger guy, that's on a winning streak, in Yusuf Salo. So that's the reason why I picked him. Decker says Emmett's only chance is that overhand flash KO. Decker, that's my point exactly. You know what I mean? That's my point exactly. I like Josh Emmett. He has, brute force. He has a lot of ability. He's not afraid to stand in the pocket. But Yusuf Zalal is very elusive. He does a good job of, getting away from those bigger punches. It's hard to really catch Yusuf Zalal with a clean punch. And let's not forget, Yusuf Zalal has great ability to take the fight to the ground and get submissions. I believe he has 10, 11, submission victories. So that's a path to victory for Yusuf. Alan says, hi, how you doing, Alan? How you doing, Alan? Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. GTA Shorts, what is going on, man? Welcome back to your channel, man. Welcome back to your chat. Have no fear, GTA is here, guys. Me either. Jason 9 says me either. Shit looks too weird. People saying, did it or did it and other stuff. LOL. I don't know, man. Jason 9, man. When it comes to that, look, when it comes to Charlie Kirk, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say on this live about him. You know what I mean? I don't really want to talk specifically about, anything that I do believe. And that's a sad story, guys. That's a fucking sad story. We're living in a country right now, all right, that where we got to be very careful about what we say. And that's not the American dream, and that's not the American fucking way. Okay? All right, but that's the reality of the situation that we're in right now. And it's a sad fucking story. But I just don't believe the whole narrative. I just don't believe the whole narrative. I mean, guys, I watched, did you guys watch Charlie Kirk? The bigger question here is post Charlie Kirk's death. Okay. I mean, the whole Charlie Kirk's death in general, okay, it doesn't fucking make sense. It seems all fabricated in general. Okay. But then if you look at post Charlie Kirk's death, and then you go look at his memorial, his funeral, whatever you call it, guys. I mean, I don't know, guys. That shit wasn't like if I died, I wouldn't want a whole bunch of people that I don't even fucking know. Like, don't get me wrong, Charlie Kirk probably knew these people, Well, I highly doubt he wanted to have a big ass arena full of people. You know what I mean? Fucking made it look like a rally. His Charlie Kirk's wife is up there acting weird as fuck. It doesn't even look like she's. Actually, I just said it right, guys. Charlie Kirk's wife was acting weird as fuck. That is the main word that we need to pay attention to, guys. Is acting. The word acting. The way she was acting was like she was acting like she was an actor. Okay, it just everything just looked so fucking made up, and I wouldn't want my wife to be acting like that. You know what I mean? After I die, hugging another man, hugging another, the president of the country. Smiling, actually smiling, guys. Okay, I saw multiple smiles. Okay, a dozen, more than a dozen. So it's just a little weird, guys. It's a little weird to me when it comes to the whole Charlie Kirk situation. When it comes to Charlie Kirk's wife, when it comes to Charlie Kirk's organization, everything about it seems fucking weird. Okay, all right. And the bigger question here, guys, is what's going on in this country. Okay, that is the bigger question. Okay, Charlie Kirk, I don't even know. I didn't even really pay attention to the man. All right. Obviously, he had a huge following. People followed him. He went around campuses, debated with people, and he tried to come to a common ground. I do understand all that. But, guys, I mean, I hardly knew the guy. All right. But the bigger question at hand right now is what the fuck is going on in this country, guys? You know what I mean? What happens? What has happened to the great US of A? All right. That is the topic that should be the topic at hand for 2026 and moving forward, guys. All right, I'm just being fucking honest, okay? Because the American dream that I was given, guys, I'm older now, all right? And I was, back then when I was growing up, my parents bought their house for like $50,000, okay? All right, $50,000, all right, for a house, guys, a whole fucking house with a basement, with a big ass backyard, okay, that fits a pool, okay, and a fucking balcony that you looked over a pool, okay, $50,000, okay, in the late 90s to early 2000s to buy a nice house in the most expensive state that today, it's like today you can't even afford a house in this state, okay, first and foremost, because it's so fucking expensive, all right, especially in the most expensive areas in the state. But guys, the American dream that we are given right now, is not the American dream that we had back then. All right, we're talking, we're talking $5 for for a gallon of milk, man. You know what I mean? We're talking like damn near $8 for a good, a dozen of eggs. Okay, you know what I mean? If you want to get yourself into a house, guys, you're gonna have to make a little over 100 grand a year to get yourself into a nice, decent house. And sometimes those people get denied. All right. All right. It's getting out of hand, guys. Okay. It's getting out of hand, guys. So that's the question at hand of what's going on in this great American state. Okay. Let me read some of these fucking comments. Sorry. I just went in a whole damn spew there. Let me see. Okay, Decker says the law looks really good. I really hope Emmett doesn't hold the division up from a huge prospect. Decker, I don't think it'll happen. GTA Source says, R.I.P. Charlie. I watched it. I bet they paid her to knock him off. Damn, GTA. That's you got big cojones. What I missed, Biker Boy. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Alex Perez said, Uncle Live in the face-off, I don't want to go back to the tire shop. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that. You think he's still alive? Biker Boy. Who do I think? Charlie Kirk? Do I think Charlie Kirk is still alive? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anymore. You know what I mean? Right now, they're throwing shit in the wall. You know what I mean? Just like the JFK assassination. All right? You look like one of them boggleheads, bro. Cool. Thank you, Biker Boy. I'm 21 and I can't even afford a goddamn apartment. Decker, damn. I'm telling you guys. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. It's hard. A lot of people are this. Do you guys understand that in American history, there hasn't been this many people living together in American history. Okay, think about that, guys. In American history, people are living together, okay, in households, all right, because they can't move out of their parents' house. Okay, they can't move out of their parents' house. They can't afford it. It's too expensive out here. Okay, if you want to live by yourself and and live somewhat comfortably, guys, you're gonna have to have a good job first and foremost, and a great side hustle. Okay, a great side hustle. All right. Biker Boy says, cool beard though. Thank you, Biker Boy. Welcome back to your channel. Skull Crusher says, what's your pick on Magomed versus Joe Pfeiffer? Guys, I fucking hate Joe Pfeiffer. I think Joe Pfeiffer is a jackass. So that for that reason alone, I did pick a bus. I did pick a bus Magomedov. Okay, I did. Biker Boy says, grow out the Taliban beard again. LOL. Don't shave it this time. See how big you can get it, bro. I be here for it. Well, Biker Boy, you're most likely talking about my old vids, or maybe you are a huge fan and you've been watching me secretly. You've been watching me since I had the big ass beard, which I totally appreciate, guys. Okay, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys. Run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor, okay? Jason9 says, for real, I saw that, but I get it, bro. They are censoring everything. They deleting suspicious videos of him. Better watch out because we don't want them to delete the channel or something like that. Jason9, my point exactly. You know what I mean? I gotta tread carefully. Okay, it's like I'm treading on water basically right now. I gotta be very careful about what I say, especially about that specific topic. All right, and other places, okay, if you know what I mean. Decker says, not to mention the amount of low wage paying jobs still. Decker, I agree with you. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. You that's the reason why I said first and foremost, if you want to live comfortably, you have to have a good ass job. Okay, and if you don't have a good ass job, you have to have if you do have a good ass job, you have to have a good ass job and a great side hustle. I said a great side hustle. That's what you need these days. You know what I mean? That's what you need these days to live the American dream. And sometimes that's not even enough. Okay, sometimes that's not even enough. People are risking their lives out here. Okay, crossing borders, going to Mexico and getting bricks. Okay, just to get some money. You know what I mean? It's crazy out here, guys. Uh, and I want a bus to sleep him too, but I think Pfeiffer knocks a bus back to PFL. Look, Decker, let's not say that. Okay. Let's not even talk about that. Let's not even create that into existence, into this universe, okay? Joe Pfeiffer doesn't deserve a win, okay? He deserves to get knocked out and slept in this fight, okay? Biker Boy says, huge fan. Biker Boy, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Oliver Barber says, seriously, though, get a beard brush, comb it down. It could look sick. Guys, I understand what you're saying, okay, but I could care less, okay? I can care less. Do you see me right now? Okay, do you see this jawline right now? Okay, do you see this tie? Okay, I make this look good, all right? Don't forget that. Skull Crusher says, do you bet on the UFC? No, I don't bet on the UFC. I don't, but I do have friends of mine that they do watch the videos, and they're one of they don't watch the lives because they have kids and they have wives. They don't they're older men, so they don't really have the time to watch my lives, but they do have the time to watch my videos after, like post live, 3 days after it's already been posted. So they're those types, you know what I mean? And look, guys, I love those type of people who actually watch my videos after it's already been posted and whatnot. So for those guys, for my friends, I do my due diligence to make the right decisions so I can put money in their pockets. They always try to tip me when they win, but I don't take the money just because. I mean, I've they've betted a lot sometimes and they've lost. You know what I mean? And it's been my fault because they've listened to me and they lost the money. And sometimes they'll crack jokes, but I understand I lost them some money. You know what I mean? But most of the time I'm putting money in their pocket. So that's the way that goes. Uh, uh, Pfeiffer is still going to win. I don't think so, guys. What do you think about the press conference? Jerry oral form, Jerry KO's Roundtree. Anything changed in your mind after watching? Well, Biker Boy, I did say that nothing really changed about Jerry Prohaska and Khalil Roundtree at all. You know what I mean? Jerry Prohaska, like I said, he did his best impression of a robot basically in there. I go this Saturday at Khalil Roundtree, and I go to Khalil, and I go focus on belt. But first, Khalil this Saturday. Ah. So I mean, he did his best impersonation of a robot. I did say that, but it definitely doesn't change my mind at all. Z43 says, "Who is your favorite all-time UFC fighter, guys?" My favorite fighter of all time, okay, will have to be two fighters. Okay, Frank Shamrock. Okay, don't get confused with Ken Shamrock. Don't do that. Frank Shamrock and BJ Penn. Those are my two favorite fighters. BJ Penn and Frank Shamrock. Decker says, I think a good underdog pick is Yana Santos beating Chazan by decision. I mean, look, guys, I don't think that's going to happen. I think, I think Chazan is going to win this fight. I think Chazan is the longer fighter. She's really long. She's going to use her length, and she's going to win by unanimous decision. Who you got, Jerry or Khalil? I got Khalil winning by a head kick. Okay, I got Khalil winning by a head kick. I got Jerry by KO. Good luck. Good luck with that. Okay. Jerry gonna knock that little out. I don't think so, guys. Okay, I don't think so. I do not think so, guys. All right. With the type of head movement that I saw in the last Jamal Hill fight with Jerry Prohaska, excuse me, I don't think Jerry Prohaska gets out of there. I think Khalil Roundtree finds his mark, okay, and he knocks out Jerry Prohaska in the second or third round. Okay, I see Khalil Roundtree setting up a head kick early on in the first round. You're gonna see Khalil Roundtree commit with lower leg kicks, hard calf kicks, hard Muay Thai calf kicks. You'll see that early on in the first round, and then he's gonna change those calf kicks to body kicks, hard body kicks. Even if it doesn't land, it's still gonna land on his forearms. Okay, because Jerry Prohaska keeps his hands and his forearms down usually when he's moving around. So it's gonna affect his ability to even block himself by the second and third round. Okay, and by the second and third round, Khalil Roundtree is gonna change that lower body kick into a head kick, and Jerry Prohaska is not gonna be prepared, and he's not gonna have the withdrawal to actually block himself quick enough, and he's gonna find himself looking at the referee at the end of the night. Okay. Let me see. Dean says, he says something. Decker says Jerry wins by 720 tornado kick KO after being slept for 2 seconds. Yeah, guys. I mean, it's gonna be an exciting night, guys. It really is. It's gonna be an exciting night. I'm excited about this. I will be going live for this whole event, guys, beginning to end. Beginning to end, I will be going live. I cleared out my motherfucking schedule. Okay? Cleared it out. Gone. Okay? I will be going live. I'm just playing around. I didn't clear it out. I'm gonna make it home early. I'm gonna make it a little home. I'm making it home a little earlier than I actually thought. So I will be making this card. Okay, so I will be going live, guys. All right, I will be going live for this damn card. Hopefully, I see you guys all on the live this Saturday. Okay. I think Atiba Qatar gets KO'd. Skull Crusher, I think Atiba Qatar is not even fighting this fight. Okay, I think he got pulled out. Ozzy Diaz is not going to be fighting on this card, and I think Atiba Qatar is not going to make it to this card. I mean, don't quote me, but that is the last that I heard, that Ozzy Diaz was pulled out, and I don't know who stepped in on short notice. I mean, let me know. Did somebody step in on short notice to fight Atiba Qatar? Let me know. Big Ant KO round one. I can feel it. We'll see. We'll see. Biker Boy says, I like Marab sub as well. Good odds. I like Marab. I like Marab. Skull Crusher says he is fighting someone else. He is fighting someone else. Who is he fighting? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Who is he fighting? And I'll let you know, is he going to win or not. Biker Boy says, you will see me, bro. I will make an appearance. I will roll in for the Jury versus Roundtree fight. See who's right. All right, Biker Boy, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to hold you accountable, and I will be going live for this UFC 320 card. Exciting card. Okay, headlined by Uncle Life and Alex Pereira, guys. I mean, it's going to be an exciting night, man. Exciting night. And I'm hoping, all of you guys show out and show up, You know what I mean? And show some love on the channel and in this community that Saturday night. Decker says, someone stepped in already. No worries. Treston Vines. Treston Vines. Okay, Treston Vines. Oh, well, I think Treston Vines is going to get knocked the fuck out, guys. Plain blank, period. There's no path to victory there. Okay, Treston Vines is about to get slept. All right, he's about to get slept into the universe, head going into the third row. Okay, outside the octagon. All right, Atiba Guitar wins this fight by KO. Treston Vines is a walking dead body as we are talking right now. Biker Boys says, yes, sir, MasterCard, great talent. I think Poatan will KO Prime DC. What do you think? Rob Whitaker said Prime DC will beat him. It would have been, man, it would have been tough. It would have been tough for DC to actually get a win against Alex Pereira. You know what I mean? Those body kicks would have been hurting DC, and DC would have been just, you know, he DC didn't get through John Jones, and John Jones knocked him out, okay, with a setup head kick. And it would have probably gone, similar with Alex Pereira, to be honest with you. But then again, Alex Pereira doesn't really, Alex Pereira wasn't taken down by Uncle Ab. So, yeah, I think that's the way it goes. I'm excited for the 20-year-old baby Ngannou. I'm telling you. I'm excited as well. I think Prime DC clears out the division with his ragdoll wrestling. John Jones was way better than Pereira. I mean, very, very true. That's my point. John Jones wrestling was definitely better than Alex Pereira. But, I mean, like I said, John Jones he wasn't really a knockout artist, and John Jones, knocked out DC with a head kick. So I mean, in my opinion, I think Alex Pereira could have done similar things to DC, especially early on in the fight. Biker Boy says Decker disagree. I think Poatan will KO Jones as well. Well, I don't think Alex Pereira will KO John Jones. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that could happen. I think John Jones definitely out wrestles Alex Pereira, in my opinion. That's how good Big Ank is. Damn, Biker Boy is out here trying to spit facts. Jones would have taken Pereira down in 1 minute and submitted him. Decker, I agree with you. That's my point exactly. I agree. But it would have been a lot harder for DC, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. Okay, okay? But yeah, guys, I mean, like I said, for this card for UFC 320, I give this card a solid 8, man. I give this card a solid 8. It's going to be exciting, man. It really is. Skull Crusher says, what championship fight do you think will be at the end of the what championship fight do you think will be at the end of the year? I've heard Ilya might fight. I mean, it's probably going to be Ilya Taporia versus Justin Gaethje, or Ilya Taporia versus Paddy the Baddy. That's most likely what it's going to be, guys. Okay, either those two. You know what I mean? Either those two. I'm hoping Justin Gaethje retires. Okay, because the guy is talking about that he's deserving to fight for the title, which it doesn't even make sense. Okay. Biker Boy says Decker, nah, LOL, bro. What the fuck? He couldn't even take Dom Reyes down, huh? JR Smooth says Jerry or Khalil. I got Khalil around here winning this fight, guys. Decker says, I thought Tapera isn't fighting this year because his brother is. Decker, I have no idea. GTA Short says, I got a question. Do you have a stash of white hairs and put them in your beards to piss people off? LOL. Yeah, that's exactly what I do, GTA Shorts. That's exactly what I do in my spare time. I just, I collect, the little white hairs, and right before the live, I just post them. You know what I mean? I just put them right on my chin. Decker said, and Dom Reyes has better takedown defenses than Pereira. That's a good point. That's a very good point, guys. Very good point. All right. Totally, guys. I understand what everybody is saying. Okay, all in the chat. But you already know what it is, guys. This is going to be an exciting card. UFC 320. Like I said, guys, like and subscribe, please, if you are new to the channel. Okay, support the community. Run up these likes. Run up these subscriptions. All right, and like I said, hopefully I see everybody this Saturday, because I will be going live for UFC 320. I repeat, I will be going live for UFC 320. Okay, so I see everybody there. And I'm hoping this is going to be an exciting night, an exciting fight, and I will be doing another live for UFC weigh-ins as well. So you'll see me tomorrow, most likely post UFC weigh-ins, and we'll talk more specifically about what's going to go on, you know, for this UFC 320 card, especially if nobody makes weight. Okay, can you imagine if somebody misses weight, guys? Okay, unbelievable. All right. Hopefully everybody makes weight. Okay, because everybody at the press conference basically looked like they were dieting. All right. So hopefully everybody makes weight and there's no issues with UFC 320. Okay, honestly. But anyways, guys, you already know what this is. This is UFC 320. Okay, and I'm excited about it, and I will be going live for it. And like I said, hopefully I see everybody on Saturday night. All right. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Okay? Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, guys, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Hey, guys, I'm out of here. One love. Until next time. Peace.